night. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Oh, it's racing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here live on 2P Race TV. Today we are showcasing you the Pit Stall Monday Night Series in South Boston Speedway and South Boston, Virginia for today's showcase on the track. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Pete Race TV. It is time to take a look at your starting lineup on the pole in this one. The number 14, it is the Crusader. Push the driver to the outside. The number 85, it is Lee Norton. Row number 2, in the number 08 is Ryan Kinston, the outside. The 19 is Austin Louder. Row number 3 and the number 31 is Bobby Anderson. Outside the 84 is Matthew Hoffer. Row number 4 and the number 4, Joker Joe Nuttleman on the outside. And the 36 is Mike Rideout. Row 5 and the number 61 is Chris Schuster. The outside, the 18 is Robert Smith. Row 6 is Dennis Warren. The 90 with the 80 of Michael Pratt. Our final starters today is the throttle, Shanta Bottle. Feel ready to roll them down off to the start here. Ready to bring it back to the house here off of turn number 4 to the green flag. We wave them. 105 laps to the distance. Late model stock cars in action. Rolling right out and out of the gate. Little rubbings off. Trouble for the 08. Kinston taking for a bit of a drive out there as the rest of the field tries to fire back in between. Kinston left all alone down there as they get right to the speed. Oh, and he's going to get right into trouble there off the turn number 2. Oh, my. He spun right in front of driver Norton there. Norton trying to avoid him, manages to get out of there just in the nick of time. But Norton almost taking the 14 and the 08 back to the shadow realm. Driver able to get out of that one, leads the field down. Meanwhile, the other drivers just trying to keep up the pace and keep up with the others. Mike Rideout, the number 76 here, getting 4 spots up already. Hard charging. Michael Pratt, though, hard charging 5 up right now. He's looking pretty solid and good here as he started back in 12. Questions for drivers like Hoffer and Rideout. What will they be able to do to try to make down the ledges here and try to build up the speed to get back into this field? Austin Louder last week had a little bit of a tough rake or tough little drive out. Had to start from the back of the pack here due to the situation, unfortunately, with him in the 5. Dennis Warren's the number 90 right now, trying to stay one step ahead of the field here as the number 18 of Robert Smith also trying to make a little bit of a show of himself here from the pit stall side of things. He's been doing pretty good here, really keeping his pace, keeping himself under control in terms of dealing with the momentum and the speeds, but the power is definitely getting in off track a few times here. I do apologize real quick in advance here. We are currently moving PT Racing TV studios around right now, so currently our Service may not be as good as you may think, but we are going to be getting that up and running in full power soon enough. Do not fear. We're on board with the throttle. Chantal Bottle starting from the back. She's got some traveling to do, but you can see trying to drive a very solid line, a crucial line down on turn number 2 there. That's 61 on Schussler. About to say shoo-shoo to the tires and shoo-shoo to the drivers before that poor little poo-poodle there gets in right out of the mess and into destruction territory. Louder able to jump it right ahead of him there, but unfortunately lost a lot of speed in the process. Robert Smith right now currently trying to keep his gap and trying to narrow down that 61. Passing here extremely difficult. There's a 2-lane red track here where you can get the cars to kind of maneuver on that bottom lane there. Off the yellow there you see it, but the outside lane, just enough of that black tarmac allows for the other drivers to make a move off to keep the exits in play. The entries will be hard, but the exits is where you'll get it back from. Field starting to patrol back down in her way right now. The 14 still leading here. Norton has caught back up there to the old Crusader. As they start to bridge the gap up more, we're giving you a little C with those big old eyes. The Hooters, number 84, Matthew Hoff right now. Keeping his distance, keeping his ground clearance there on Norton and Shriver as both continue to go at it hard here. Just trying to nail down, a little bit of that corner off there. As you see the 14 getting loose off of turn number 4. Not sure if the 85 was clipping him around back there or what was going on. Either way, both drivers right now keeping their cool, kind of keeping an ejected spot in this lane here. As they roll them through on down to the straightaway here, you can see Mike Rideout has a little bit of company back there. He's getting deal with Bobby Anderson in the 831 and this 84. Matthew Hoff right in front of him, trying to keep his position up. As they're rolling back around from turn number 4. Look out down there. There goes the 14. We have a caution out on the track. The race leader, Christian Schreiber, getting taken completely out off of turn number 4 here. And Lee Norton has all but left the building. He is now done. He's now taking this car out of here. He's not happy with that 14 for whatever reason. Let's take a look at the replay here. Came right off. Yeah, got him there. Oh boy. Tight racing and new fenders were going to be put in there eventually, but I don't think that's exactly what they had in mind there. Take a look at the onboard camera here, Lee Norton. See Lee right here, he's trying to corner down the bottom. He had the gas pedal on him there and just took it right to him. So that will currently get our drivers re-racked, restacked, and all that here. Currently everyone trying to get back into their groove here. There we go, I think we are back right now. Yep, we're back. So Matthew Hoffer, Mike Rideout, Bobby Anderson, Joker, Joe Edelman, Dennis Warrens right now are going to be our top 5. Rolling it back to the starting line here. Off the distance here, turn number 3 into 4. Green flag drops back out. Here we go once more. Whoa, the 88 did not get off the line there. I'm not sure if Pratt just did not get enough speed off the grip or what happened, but him and Pottle have a little bit of a tickle down there as both drivers now put it straight into the floorboards and pedal into that metal. Joe Nuttleman right now currently dealing with Austin Ladder on the high side, trying to get a good pass off the line. Both drivers don't want to give up the distance. Ladder trying to fight Nuttleman off with everything he's got. This looks like now Ladder gets a good run on the outside. Again, we talked about earlier, you get that boost. You get a bit of that grip, but the tires, they wear out a lot quicker too, just by trying to do that here. On board here, Nuttleman, you can see how hard they're having to turn the car in as well. They're obviously going to have to try to do that a little bit more often than not because really the car will not ledge up enough. It won't grip or turn in the way you would like it to, and that's going to end up being more trouble than it's really going to be factoring in. Bobby Anderson right now, probably the most unluckiest driver we will say here on this league itself. he's had numerous times on the Monday Night Series, from pushing limits to then the Pit Stall Racing Series to the Pit Stall Monday Night Series, to get that first win. And for whatever reason, this late model division, since last season, he has not been able to finally get an eclipse of it or get a win in. I think even Mike Rideout's got a win over him, and Mike usually a little more kind of in that top 3 campaign, top 5s for sure. But he's been awfully quiet, kind of been focusing more on just kind of the racing side of things. But Matthew Hoffert, he knows a thing or two about getting into the top 2 spots at the end of the season. Came up so close one season on the Monday Night Division to take home a championship, but would not be D. It was not to be that day. On board with the former DW.ca, number 90 here, Dennis Warren right now, currently dealing with pressure behind him there. As you see, Austin Louder still trying to catch up on that ground coverage here. Louder probably sees the back of that old sticker there and says, well, maybe we should get rid of it and ruin it. If you get off there, Dennis, if you don't want it no more. Dennis probably thinking, why are you even thinking about trying to take that sticker off me in the first place? I'm just trying to stay away from you guys right now. Bobby Anderson starting to close the gap off here on Matthew Hoffert. Let's take a look at the time zones here. Here's your lap time differential presented by the Pit Stall Racing Series. Lap 31, nothing gained there, but you can see 29.30, big gain, especially that 1/10 of a second there on lap 30. Maybe Hoffert smelled blood in the water. Now he's starting to have to run away from it. 29,000 of a second this time. Gain for Anderson. Anderson right now looking pretty solid. And he's starting to run a little bit closer on the bottom, and now it's starting to kind of rip the corners out a bit more too. I think there might be a big difference here. The longer this goes, the longer it takes to kind of differentiate out. You got to branch out the more you go and really start to look closer at the overall pace and the enigma of the speeds. Brian Kinston's on board camera right now. And he catches a huge break from earlier too, if you think about it. He got spun, trapped out earlier, and just completely taken out for a distance there. Now looking on as he currently has to face Bottle and Schuessler. Schuessler up into the wall as Bottle tries to go for the pass. Schuessler opened the door up again, up high side. Bottle going down the bottom. Oh, and another knack and a snap there on the 5, and Chantel Bottle still hangs on. Now let's see, hang on, oh my, gets a little taggy there though. And Keston, he drives in way deep on the 61. Here comes Shriver now intervening. Keston did not appreciate Schuessler getting into him there. Heard the radio command on that one. He said, what are you doing down there? Schuessler says, I'm sorry about that, not gonna happen again. Keston just looking on, not too enthused about it, but I believe at least a little more calm than he really would have been earlier. As we go back into the front, a big battle for the lead going on. Hoffert trying to fight off Anderson. Now this is where the 2-lane track comes into play for Hoffert. He can hold the outside line well, but he knows if he drives it in way too deep, he's going to be burning it up and losing more control. Anderson knows this. He's keeping it nice and tight, nice and smooth. Bridged him up, and now the gap seals his fate. Hoffert, nothing he can do. Anderson has taken the lead. Could it finally be his time to get a win in on Pizza Race TV with the Pit Stall Racing's Monday Night Series? Austin Louder, ooh, my. These boys and girls right now, they just seem to love shooting those rear ends completely out and giving a little bit of kick to it. Just seemingly no fear, no give, no threat, no disregard for it. They just know only one thing, and that's get the foot onto that pedal and that metal. Gonna bridge the gap off right now here. Currently looks like Mike Rideout, Dennis Warren's here. Look like they are starting to close up a little bit more towards the edges here. This is where the speed and timing really gets a lot more particular and a lot more prestigious. It's now even Robert Smith facing up against with Michael Pratt and now the throttle sent out Bottle. Smith looks like he may be having some problems down there as he continues to fight on the outside. Bottle just nice and gently smoothing her way through. She's hard charged it up right now. Started from 13. She's already 8 spots. She's already 5th right. 5 spots up. She's in 8th right now. You're on board with the with the man they call Michael Pratt. And Pratt Company struggling to keep the car turning though. Looks like he may be turning the tires out a bit. The throttle shut off. Bottle sees her opening, and now she's moved up another set. She's gone 6. Meanwhile, up ahead, good battle going on between Mike Rideout and Dennis Warrens. And this is what I was talking about earlier about Sopo. You burn the tires up, then you have to face the whole field behind you or beside you. And then it becomes more of a drag out, dish out, kind of knockout fight. Not a bull ring per se, but it's a very close style to it. To me, a bull ring would be a little bit tighter and a lot harder to control sometimes. This kind of track, this is more about pacing and control. Connect the cars up and let the controls of the wheels just be as good as you can get them. It's a driver's track, but I would not consider it a bull ring, to be honest. But it's definitely what we love to call the old grassroots short track racing, baby. Dennis Warren's moving 8 spots up, by the way. You want to talk about hard charging. He started in 11th. He is moving right now up ahead of this whole field. And here is your lap time counter here with Lawrence, and you can see not only is the car staying stable, but really everything else has just been perfect. Sizable lead there for the singular number 31, Bobby Anderson. And this is one thing that he really has been looking out on, trying to find the light levels and the speeds here to build up from. Ryan Keniston, Michael Pratt going side by side here. Big battle going off. Keniston trying to deal with another 8 in the name in the 88 versus the 08. Shoot him along on the outside. Pratt trying to fight. Keniston trying to hold the line down. Again, you got to drive it in quick on the bottom, but then you got to try to hold your line on that straight and hope the other just stays off that wall and not come down on you. And nice move off there. Keniston doesn't quite get tagged there by Pratt. Smooth sailing. Other than it's one thing I really like about this race so far. It's been extremely calm and cool and collective in terms of the bumping and pushing, but it's been so smooth in terms of the pace, in terms of the fight out. These drivers are taking in with one another. Pit lane going to be opened up here a little bit. Schuessler right now trying to get out on pit road. The 61 looking to take a fresh set of tires and this damage fixed up on this machine. Every week it's going to be more of a challenge to figure out how to kind of get better, how to get more on the nose of the track. Timing is everything here. Execution is one thing, but really nailing down your marks, that's a whole different story. You see Anderson there on the top left corner of your screen here in the middle there now. Lauder and, Lawrence and Hoffert. Lauder on the bottom right. And Warrens and Hoffer, they know a thing or two about each other too, guys. Right now, they've had some good battles there. I believe 5 Flags comes to mind when I think of that. Think about the battles that Dennis Warrens and his brother Robert have had with everyone on the track. Jetel Bottle and him, and Dennis at least. It seems like those two never could leave each other alone when they were going at it last season, let alone on the Monday nights as well, when the Pushing Limits Racing League was out on the track. Now it just seems like more than ever, it's just getting more and more crazy by the moment. Joker Joe Dunnelman about to feel the pressure that can come from a throttle, and the Chantel Bottle, the 5 right now, closes the gap on Dunnelman. Now my question is can she get around him? In fact, she's gone from the very back of the pack and slowly but surely just moved her way up, really taking little to no damage, or damaging anybody up there for that matter. That's it, it's pretty impressive. Oh, I had to speak too soon. Oh my. Can't stay back. Oh boy, hang on, that's a little bit of trouble. Schuessler gets it through the gap. Joker Joe Dunnelman looked like, I don't know where he was going. Whatever he was up to something. We'll take a look at the replay, but that was definitely a tag on the 5. Well, that is an extreme slowdown on the 4. Then you see the 14 just roll right in there. Looks to me like Nuttleman came to a dead slowdown here. See if he breaks here. Let's see. This is what you're supposed to sound like here. Let's hear what this sounds like. Well, that's a whole complete slowdown there. Yeah. Oh boy. I don't know what kind of thought process must be going through some of these drivers' minds when they see that happen in front of them. I presume it would probably scare some of them pretty badly, wouldn't it, you think? I don't know. That's definitely a little crazy there, but it looks like Nuttleman was the one to blame for that little situation. We're going to get them rack stacked and re-racked up onto the track here. Gonna bring it back off from turn number 4 here, winding back up to the green flag race start zone. Back underway we go. Canister right now with a little bit of mechanical problems. Louder trying to drive this way back up for another possible race win contention. Leaders now feeling the pressure. Anderson looming in the distance. Field corner around. As they back it up! Not again! Trouble there right off turn number 2. Drew turn number 3, I should say. Once again, under caution now, Michael Pratt. Easy there, Pratt. Easy, easy. Don't. We've always said on Pizza Race TV, never use your car. Use your fist. Well, looks like they calmed him down just enough in time there. Not sure exactly what went wrong there. We'll take a look at the replay here. For the record, Pizza Race TV does not condone the use of fists in any kind of sport that is not integral to boxing or UFC. And right there you can see what happened there, yeah. It was a 3-wide salute. And it looked like, from that angle, it looked like Dennis Warnes really had nowhere to go. Pottle was really trapped in the middle, and then all of a sudden Pratt just came right down on the 5. You can see right here, there's Warnes. He's trying to stay out of it. And yeah, right there. Let's take one more look at it from one more camera angle just to give you guys a better idea of how close it came around. You can see Pottle, she's got the lead, she got the run here, and then she comes in, and then all of a sudden Hoff, and then all of a sudden Pratt kind of jumps from that top side, realizes he's kind of trapped, tries to close the gap back down, too little too late. And then that was all she wrote. By the way, not the cleanest of runs there, unfortunately, as the field now stretches back up. They want to keep going. Pace car coming up this time around. From turn number 4 back to the green flag race start zone. Anderson still leads it. Still a few more laps to go. Now it's all about how you maneuver through the field, how you maneuver down on the rest of the race here. Keniston, he's sticking with it. Trying to face Austin Louder up to the pace. Bob Anderson also in that mix, in that fight. Neither driver wants to give an inch to the other. Anderson trying so desperately to finally get race win number 1 in the Monday Night Series, or in the Pit Stall Series in general. He's looked long and hard for it. He's hoping to finally try to claim it, trying to eclipse it. From all the way from the outhouse, travel to the White House. Shinto Pottle has now gone 9 spots up, the Ultimate Hard Charger Award recipient. Dennis Warnes, Michael Pratt, after the damage they just suffered a little bit ago, trying to catch up back into that field and back into that drive. And Pratt's got a driver right behind him right now, trying to get some speed up there in between. The Sun Drop 88 here. Michael just trying to get whatever he can left. Dennis probably trying to figure whatever the heck he can do here. It'll certainly help. Nettleman, Hoffer, and Smith all in that level playing field. Smith going high onside. Nettleman trying to bolster the bottom lane down. Man, these drivers just do not giving in. Chris Schuster right now, currently a couple laps down. Lee Norton completely out of this race. And I think he may be out for the rest of the season as well, the way he sounds like in his mind. Hoffer here, travel to the bottom lane here, gets a good drive off Smith. Now moves it into the nice spot, but again, still a long way to go. Bottle getting up there to Louder and Keniston here. And Keniston knows that if he doesn't find a way around Austin, the Sundrop machine could easily catch back up there to Bobby Anderson. See some of the touring we saw earlier from Nettleman. Now you see some of the cornering that the throttle does here. Fresher set of tires, more control of the escapability of the speeds. Seems to be working out okay for her. Bobby Anderson, though, still your race leader with 17 laps left. Lara trying to punch the gaps up, trying to build the momentum down. Denniston trying to stick with it. Pottle, Pratt, Warrens, and Shriver currently rounding out that 7 spots. Anderson looking really good though. Looking really good here. I think this might be a decent enough lead to keep up the distance. Ultimately, he's going to have to make sure he watches out for anything crazy behind him, especially with those 3 heavy hitters. Either one of them can honestly take that win from him. Keniston still dipping down to the bottom lane, looking low, looking to see where it'll go. Just hasn't got any luck yet. Pratt and Shriver going at it a little bit here right now. Pratt trying to go into the outside lane. Shriver trying to make a move around off the inside. Trying to keep it clean as well. Considering everything that happened earlier. I know he got 14, probably wants nothing more to do with any of the troubles that he dealt with. Pratt hanging on though, and to the wall he goes a little bit, just drives it right off. Now the 14 going deep to the inside, now the runoff, and a bit of speed gallons off from it. Nettleman now looking on as well. Might start to see some ideas kind of flinging around in his head. Hoffer right out, Smith currently just trying to figure out any last bit of leg of the race they can. Wasn't quite how they drawn it up or what they wanted to do with it. Louder, Keniston, look at him, just closing off the gas so closely, so quickly. Neither of them giving an inch here, and neither one wants to give the other an inch. Keniston back to the inside. They keep this going. Anderson, he's just going to walk away, and that might be what he's hoping for. Oh, big cut to the head, and around they go, trouble! Oh, no, no, no! Oh, Keniston yet again clips the number 19 and then sends himself around his Pottle trying to get out of there. Oh my word, yet again more trouble be brewing. There's a clip, the 08 smacks the 19, takes him around, then Pottle. Nowhere for her to go, except right into each other. See, there's the hit. Louder tried to back out of it. And unfortunately, No time for that 5 to react to it. Ladder catches a huge break from it too, so that really gives him a chance here. So now that means the last laps of this race are about to come up here. Ooh, we'll be able to walk away on top of this one. Louder gets his position back. Got extremely lucky when he did. Pottle goes another spot up. Keniston gonna go one more time around, try to fire in down with this one. Coming down right off of turn number 4 here, back to the green flag race start zone. Once more, here we are again, last 2 laps. Green, white, checkered. Anderson firing quick on Louder, pulling it right back on him. Last bit to go. White flag coming out this time on by. Slight advance to Louder there that time around. Looks like he might have a slight advance coming down that straightaway. He's going to try to pull it back. Anderson trying to corner the inside. Going to bring it close to the finish of a turn 3 to 4. It's a drag race to the line, and Louder will get him by a mere thousandth of a second to the line. Holy smokes. From spinners to winners. What a race. Oh my word. I mean, what even it's got to say to that one, race fans? Austin Louder gets almost completely banished to the Never Light, to the Never Regions, to the Shadow Realm, to wherever you can think of. Then proceeds to pull off a miraculous comeback on the restart. And Bobby Anderson, the only thing he can do is stare off into another one in second place. Let's take a look at the race results. Look at this time here, folks. This is crazy to believe. 5 thousandths of a second to the line. Chantel Pottle hard charges the entire field and blows them right out of the window. Dennis Warren's going 4th. Christian Charr going 5th. Michael Pratt going 6th. Joe Nettleman 7th, 8th to Matthew Hoffer. 9th to Mike Rideout. 10th to Ryan Kinston. That rounds out the top 10. Oh my word, race fans. That was a good race and a wild one. But nevertheless, from spinners to winners, to checkers to finishers, we thank you for tuning in to Pizza Race TV. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Pit Stall Race Series Normal Edition comes to you live from Nashville Super Speedway. We'll see you on the Facebook side. Thank you for tuning in.